it. So it's your turn.
Okay, so the scene that I chose is stage one. Actually, as I told you, like last time, I never watched the
I'm
scary
sorry.
movie. I
I'm
never,
sorry.
but that's okay. Like him just told me like I don't need to open the sounds. I just need to like watch it and put them like change the speed like very fast like that.
That's true.
Yeah, like so I solved this problem. Yeah. So this is like I think it's like very like I think it's most like scary things for me. Yeah, because
Mhm.
like yeah, I think it's also like about my own experience. Like I'm also like afraid like at the night or in the evening like there's no lights. I'm also afraid the staircase like go down or something like that. So I must open the lights like every night like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, and this one like this how say the corner
Mm.
of this picture like it seems like the ghost gonna be like appear like from the corner or something like that like the area that I cannot see
Mm.
like that
Mm.
and it's just like the actors say and he comes to this area and it also like seems the ghost gonna be like appear from this room or um
Mm.
something area like others and I think the main keyword for me I think is like the darkness
Mm.
for this one like dark you cannot see like many things clear so I think you may like think a lot and I also like um and also like how say like I think he is also like very afraid about that
Mm.
um so this is the ghost appear part like just behind a logger like that
Mm.
um so I'm quite like afraid about these things.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, but this course, do you think like this course is um compare with when you see this the course, the shape of the course like this, compare with the first
Mhm.
picture? Do you think like the goals in your imagination before you seeing goals and the goals that movie created to be the graphic like this, do you think like which one you scare more?
um Actually, I don't think this one is too like scary because I think
Mm.
the face is quite fake.
Yeah, it's very funny
So
one.
yeah, it's very fake. So I just like kept this picture. But I still think the first one is I
Mm.
think is like much scary for me because
Mm-hmm.
actually like to this part the ghost
Mm-hmm.
already like have the shape of it.
Mm.
So but here like you don't know like what gonna be the next one like
Mm.
where or when like the ghost gonna be like appear like that.
Mm. Okay. Um do you watch this movie with the speedy, right? And you
Mhm.
cannot catch the story things that much, but you try to see from the scene and look at the how to say like the filmography of it, like how dark is it, how it is the sequencing of making goals. This is if you turn back to be the designers, right?
Mhm.
The designer creating goals in the film by lead you to the spaces that making the sequence like is getting wider and narrow, more narrow, giving you some light, but it's darker and darker, giving you some corner. That is architect creating goals, right? And
Mhm.
and one thing that is very play with your thought is we was set with our mind that something that you cannot see that scare you because you're powerless, and it's always be the ghost right there, and we don't know what the ghost looks like, but it's scariness. You scared of something that you cannot see. Speaking of the players in real life, right? Do you scare in the place, which is like in the night, in the daytime, you're not scared at all, but it's turned out to be the night you're scared, like the staircase.
Yeah, I think so like on the day I don't think like it's scary like
Mm-hmm.
anywhere but in the night like at the night like in the evening like many places like very dark even like I remember when I was year one, and
Mm,
we also and we always like work in the studio like very late, like
mm,
we always like went home like
mm,
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock like that. Like I'm really afraid about that. Even like some place is like light, but there's no people
mm,
like many corner or many like area that's very dark. So I also
mm.
like very afraid about that.
I think like not just only the darkness, right? But
Mm-hmm.
your thought just say like the time. Time
Mm-hmm.
it time creating dark for sure, but time in terms of modern, right? If it after 10 p.m. is is the time that people are going to sleep. So the live people, alive people, never get out. So it makes you scared. If compare with the 10 a.m., but it's dark, you're still fine, right? Okay, I guess like
Yeah.
maybe someone is working around here. Maybe I'm shouting out something. Someone will rescue you. But the time and the darks play with your brain, right? You use your rational thought that okay, this is school, but school at night, there's no one working, and once there's no one working, that same you 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 cannot be protecting by even the skeletons or like I don't know, but the dark and time is the key, and I think this is the key for you because I would like to develop from this topic to the final one, the final assignment, which is I you will give it to me after Chinese New Year. You catch this face, Sherry, dark and times, and I want you to play thinking of Chiang Mai City, and do you think like which area of Chiang Mai City which is dark and timing, creating goals in that area. It can be Santitam, it can be Langmo, it can be Wat Umong, but use that concept about scary place, about the ghost place that you're getting from this movie, and you will understand in your modern thought, in the side of your mind, you're creating goals by understanding of time and the darkness, and that is your assignment for the final one. Okay, so catch
Okay.
this topic, dark and timing. Okay,
Mm.
thank you, Sherry. Okay,
Mm.
or maybe corner as well, like corner, the pathway, like the gap of the city, which is creating some corner. That's scary. I from the assignment, I want you to describe in terms of architectures, but architecture does not mean the not that mean like staircase, windows, not that element, but you understand like okay, it's it's the pathway which is dark, it's the corner that giving you be uncontrolled somehow. You catch your ideas and then look into the Chiang Mai city, and which area of the Chiang Mai city that give you that idea. You will study more, and finally we will analyze and creating some contemporary architecture in it. Okay. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you, Sherry. Moving to another person who want to present.
I go first.
Okay, Yo-Yo.
Um, yeah, I watched this movie. I really like it because I really like this type of movie by the family, like with a
Mm,
ghost. Yeah,
mm,
and where I scare of this is I think it's close to the ending of the movies, like the boys appeared, like the neighborhood's boy, like
mm,
he was murdered by his family, his
mm,
father. Like here, I think when the man saw the pens on the um paper, like it's drawing, just no one holding this pen is scared, and he picked up this drawing and saw there's a boy behind,
mm,
and why I choose this because um he know it's a ghost. I think the man he knows a ghost and the huge pressure in his mind, and
mm,
yeah, and he can't see this ghost clearly because the paper is hiding this ghost's face. So sometimes like I feel like when the boy just use his hand wants the man to saw him, he's really scared, and man just yelling and go away from there. Yeah, I really scared of this one, and it's mentioned me as the Japanese movie that's called what most scary one, like
Ju-on? No?
yeah
The Ju-on, right?
has a
Okay.
has a boy inside too, and that one is very similar with this one's boys. And it's like it seems like the ghost can be seen, but not complete see that. Yeah.
I think it's very nice that you compare this movie with Ju-on, which is from Korean, and Sadako from Japanese movie, right? This three movie is interesting because all of the ghosts still be cash in the old building, right? Why the
Yeah.
ghost can get away, right? If the ghost is superpower, is super spiritual, why they can get away from the house? Because they have the promise. The promise is the key, and the promise giving your mind struck with some promise. And and I think you really watch this movie because from the first scene, this man, the fathers, never scared of the shit. They never scared of the ghost story at
Yeah,
all. They never scared. But what made him more scared, in your opinion?
I think it's the lost his boy,
True.
because first time I saw she has a girl, and she don't believe there has a ghost and took her into the neighbor's house. Yeah, it's too scary. And then the boy was lost because I think the boys play with this boy's ghost.
Mm,
So
mm,
yeah, the father need to find her son, because
mhm.
lost his son is very um make him stressful and yeah, hopeless. Because yeah, I saw the ending of the movie, like he just shoot his son, so he got stressful and suicide. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, this is the dream. This is the promise of the modernity, right? The modernity giving you an idea. If you work hard, if you study good, you will get the money that you can create the good life. But this is so sad because these fighters, they fail. He failed with everything. He failed with the relationship. He failed with the works. He get poor. He gets poor. He broken. So that creating his ghost in his mind. And the story run through the story that he getting poor. He have to be the worker, the 7-Eleven workers. Once he creating the scariness in his brain, and the story about the ghost neighbors, about the dead kid, and that's two story giving him the scariness. And they have two ghosts. The first ghost is the story that you hear, right, from your neighbor or your friend. It's like, okay, this room has had the ghost story. They have dead body there. That giving you the data in your brain that okay, you should have ghosts. The ghost story come with your mind first, and then your spirit of the body was so weak because you failure of the something that you carry on, and these two things make creating some terrible things about this movie. And at the end of the movie, that as you mentioned, he is the one who killed his own son by his scariness, right? The failure of the
Yeah.
money, the families, and everything make him kill his son by accidentally. But that mean he destroyed his own dream because his own dream want to be good father to creating the good family. But once you have no shine, that means they have no meaning of the life. So he had to suicide.
Yeah.
So what is the real goal for you?
Yeah. I think it's a scale in the
Mhm.
human's mind.
Yeah. What do you think? Like Yo-Yo, what is the real goal? The goals that is mean dead body from the neighbors or the modernity dream that hunting him. too scared of the failure, too scared of losing son, too scared of, of being poor.
I think it's a in humans' mind, like they're feeling, they're scared, hurting themselves. Some saying that the human is more dangerous than the ghost.
That's true. I think human mind is so complex and dangerous somehow. And I want you to get this idea, because once we see um, space or city, right? We back to architect. If you have to design something, you have to understand the story around this place. Once your friends ask you to design a beautiful house in it, you have to learn about the background, communities, context to know the story, and not creating the bad memories, right? You have to creating the good memory on it. So I want you to catch this topic to see Chiang Mai City. Where is the failure of modern? The failure of the modern is being poor, being dead. Uh, the core story in Chiang Mai, leaving this area look bad. That story giving you an idea to understand the city, right? So catch this word about the mind, the story in the mind. Okay, that's creating that's more power than just only an area, right? Because area, the spaces work with your memories, with your brain, with your minds, right? So once you understand some story, you will not see the space the same way. Okay. Interesting. I really like the idea of you. Thank you, Yo-Yo.
Thank you.
Okay. Who's next? We have one, two,
Can I
three,
go
four,
next?
5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 7. We have 5 more. Okay. You're sorry.
Yes, okay, let me share mine. I think my first scene is quite similar with Cherry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, because like this is actually happened, with my experience. Like I also, very scared of the corner of the stairs at night. Yeah, and here just like a quite small analysis. I think the ghost kind of like appear at this point because in the very dark night, like I really cannot see like what happened in this corner, and I think it's super scary. And I even asked my father to have a door in this there. Thus I won't scare anymore. But I have another scene, which is this one, and because I think this the gate gave me a sense of boundary. Like, so inside the gate, I feel safe. I feel like I won't scare of anything because I have my family, you know, my family with me, so I won't scare anymore. But when I get out of this gate, get out of this like boundary, nothing belongs to me. So I feel like I was scared of it. And every time, the man look through the window and look at the outside, I was very scary. And I was feeling like he could say something. He could see ghost, he could see, something scary. So yeah, these two things is what I scare most when I see this. And when the ghost appears, I even can't see, I just close my eyes. Just yeah. So this is like two things of my scary scene.
I think your scariness about your course is so related to modern architecture very much. Um, Modern architectures come with an idea of properties, right? We have to own properties, we have to own land, we have to own something that bothers us as
Yeah.
own this. This is property, this is my property. And once you own the land, you have to make the boundary so strong,
Yeah.
as much as like the nation.
Yeah.
Back to Thailand, right? Back to Lana Kingdom, we have to have our own boundary so strong to creating some land of mine that we can control and everything. But that back then we have no modernity. we just want to own the land, and the ghost was not the same concept. But this is so mixture with the modern one and the superstitious one. For you, right? You feel safe if you in your own property, which is your father, your family properties. But not just that. In terms of inside scale, in terms of interior, you still scared.
Yeah.
Back to the first picture. It's so interesting that you're in the area that you feel safe, but you in the space that can create in you some inner scale of ghost still.
Yes.
So what do you think? Like, do you complex? Like, why we scare of outside, but inside the house you scare? You still scare.
Yeah, I still scared.
Uh-huh. So what if, right? Um, not just only the battery that can create in you, you know this is your properties, but inside your property, you cannot control everything. What is the modern tools that giving you this idea?
Yeah.
Why? What is it? Why you scared of the darkness?
I think the modernness
Mhm.
getting us like how to think.
The sense of dividing. They're dividing. They apart
Dividing.
anything, right? So the first one, they depart from nature and land. You have to creating fencing. You have to have can creating the gate, right?
Yep.
To be your own properties, and inside the buildings, you be divided from relationship between outside and inside
Oh,
by
yes.
making rooms, room, and connect with the pathway. And
Uh-huh.
once you're getting out from the place that you own, the place that you understand in your own room, you're not scared that much, right?
Yes.
But once you get out of your rooms and connect with the pathway, the stair, that can creating you some good as well. Because modernity dividing by the shape of geography.
Geography.
This is all geography things, right? Your land have to cut by the very beautiful square, and your own room is beautiful square as well. It's rectangle, but this staircase is so rectangle. It's not organic form like the nature, but it make you scared still.
Yeah.
So I think the modernity giving you an idea of the dividing space, dividing area, and that is the key. I think looking back from the players, right? Maybe the old village, they was cut by the street so big, and the land was depart. Once it's depart, another thing from you become all the things.
Yeah.
The orders that give you scare because it's not yours, but it's orders. That's about the ownership, properties, and concept of modern
Noise.
thought. Yeah, rooms and everything. That this could be your key to learn more about Chiang Mai. Okay,
Okay.
the dividing.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you. So
Okay, thank you.
I think like many people scared of this kind of picture. Even for me, because I'm living in the modern house as well. So in the nighttime, I'm scared of getting outside, like you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Who next? We have 4 more, right?
Yes, I can go.
Okay, Castle.
Okay. Okay, so for me, I choose this 4 picture, but this 4 picture, the main things around the house. Yeah, I just made the context when the house didn't appear the ghost and appear the ghost. I contacted these things. So let's say about the first picture. About the first picture, this is just the scene, just the house just appear at the beginning of the movie. So I use the left part is I use the color to represent about this scene. So I use the yellow to represent about the first scene, because with the first scene, it's like the sun just racing and everything around is like calm. I think it's like symbolize this is beginning of the new life, and also it's like unknown about the future. So with this sense, it's no ghost. And after that is with the second time to appear about the house. So the second picture is like when you say inside this is the inside got a two house. About left is like the left is the lightness, and but about the right house is in the dark. So this is got a contact. This is the when the first case happened, and that I use the white and black to represent it, to represent about the lightness and the dark. And then I think it's like the house which is in the dark, it can represent about the appearance of the ghost, because with the dark in the house in the dark, it's like you just can see the shape of the house, but you can really see very clear about the house inside, what happened inside. So I think for the house which is in dark, it's like full of the that is like can inspire about a scary feeling. And then it's like with the third picture, this is when all the characters are in the trouble, and I use the green to represent it, because in this sense you can say it's like the house just covered by the smoke, covered by the fog, and also it's in the dark. So it just to make the scary feeling to the mixment. And I think sometimes when people feel the scary of something, it's like because they like don't really know about what happened, and especially in this sense, it's like also adds the fog, adds the smoke to add to like inspire about the feeling of the scary. Yeah. And sometimes I think about the ghost is like full of the imagine. It's like when you didn't know something, then you don't know about what happened inside, or or you can very clear say about these things. Then you can like about these things like full of the imagery of the ghost of scary things. Yeah. And about the last pictures, like when everything's over, when everything's done, then about the glimmer of the morning light just come from the darkness. So I use the orange to represent it. Like this is the symbolize of the beginning of the new life again. So here's like no ghost. Yeah.
I think it's interesting that you point out that the house is the main building for LADDALAND family, right? Who living there, and represent the ghost by the elevation, the front elevations of the house. We should play with the lighting of the time. This is the color is work with the lighting to the sun, right? In the daytime, the sun is so bright. The yellow kind of white color is shading to the building called the real buildings. But when it's getting darker in the dusk, in the evening, like the darks making the house could not see. So it just had some sliding about the in front of elevations, and then the it's just only the dark and the light. And once it's talking about the crazy the mid of the night, your eyes and the scene creating some gray colors kind of thing that can make the house more scariness. But back to the morning, right? Back to the morning, the sun is coming, so it's back to the light, like the shade of the spectrum is coming from the violet, blue, and then red, yellow to the white again, and that is the becoming of the dawn, the becoming of the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, you see things as the lighting, the color of light, not the color as the color. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Because if you decode it as a color, that color cannot giving you an idea of the ghost. But the colors, not just the pale color, is the right is the lighting, right?
Mm.
From the building. So the color of lighting can creating ghosts. But this is so interesting, Casa. Why we see ghosts only from dusk till dawn, from the evening to the morning? Why? Why we cannot see ghosts in the noon?
Because like for the evening, like the environment is like full of the dark color. Yeah.
Okay.
So with
Not
the
just
dark,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm. Not
So
just
with the
dark.
dark
No,
color, sorry.
I think not just dark. The same place, right? The same
Yeah.
place. But if you are the fathers of this movie, right?
Mm.
Or not just fathers, or maybe you work in your real life,
Mm.
you have to get out from the house from 9 o'clock. You working from the office and back to the house in the 6 o'clock. So only time that you can spend to the house is from evening to the morning. True?
Mm.
If you have to work all day, right? Your
Yeah.
house, you can just leave from like only the nighttime, the evening time, but only weekend you can live in the house through the daytime and everything. And that is the ghost that more than the giving you an idea. If you work in the nighttime, maybe you're not scared of the ghost, but
Yeah.
modern giving you that you have to work in the daytime from 9 to 5, and after that you have own life, but you will have your own life in the property that called modern house, and the
Mm.
modern house in the nighttime is so scary
Yeah.
because what? Because what? Architect never design a building for the nighttime.
Yeah.
We always design something that bright from the white paper. We never creating something that's safe in the nighttime.
Mm.
It's so tricky, right? Because the most
Yeah.
of the time that we live in the house is after daytime. We'll be back to house after daytime, but we never design from that perspective. So
Mm.
it's always the loop, right? It's always the loop. We're
Yeah.
creating some dark area. We're creating some lighting which is make us scared. The same at the same because we design with the same modern thought, and the modern light never giving you the idea of living in the nighttime. This is the looping, but you decode it from the lighting. This is night. This is night. And back to architectures.
Mm.
Okay, back to Chiang Mai. Do you have to uh, riding your motorcycle or drive your car and seeing the place that you look scared by timing or by lighting? Have you ever?
Yeah, I think why I choose this sense is because I have experience
Mm,
when I stay in the Chiang Mai, like in my
mm,
apartment, I got this
mm,
feeling like yeah,
mm,
after finish the class, I back my house, I back my home.
mm,
It's like it's already close to the midnight. Yeah.
mm.
So
Right?
so it's like very scary to take the to get into the passageway.
Yeah, I think this is so. This is it could be your main topic that an after hour. And after hour mean the time after you're working, right? From 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. That time creating goals for the morning people. And the passing way that you walk by in the midnight is, is so lively in the daytime. People just get out, they have a
Yeah.
shop, they have any cultural space in there, social space in there. But once you back to the apartment in after hour in the midnight, no one existing. It's
Yeah.
creating goals because the after hour and the after hour creating some lighting that you're scary. So you can understand what is the concept of lighting after from the after hour. You can creating some goals. No, you can understand goals from that area,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, this is interesting, Casa. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We have four more, right? Or three more. Okay, we have three more. Who want to be the next one?
I can go next.
Hello, who are you? I couldn't see your name.
Astil.
Oh, Esther, hello, Esther. Okay.
Sorry, I changed my name.
Oh no, that's fine. I busy with many screens, so
Okay. I choose this picture is happen in the temple. Yeah, because this one, the different point is like it happened in daytime. It's not at nighttime, and also it's in temple. For Thai people, like temple is a place which can protect people, but the ghost happen in temple. So is a little bit and and also the monk
Mhm.
with some trouble because this ghost. Yeah, and here I think also this hot movie combined with uh Buddhism culture and also like some religion background. Yeah. So I choose this one. And also this one is not like that scared. Yeah. If I choose a scared screen, will make me picture something. So I choose this one also in the temple, maybe can protect me as well.
Oh, I think you show us very funny scene, and especially like this is play with your mind really, because like in
Yeah.
the ghost could come in the only the nighttime. The ghost could be like the modern ghost. It's nothing related to religion. But once religions like the Buddhism come in, the monk was playing, but it's play with your mind. Like okay, you cannot control and everything because this ghost is so mad. Like even the Buddhism can control it, or even monk they get crazy. They out of their mind. So this scene is so funny because they have to believe in your mind.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, Esther, do you religion?
No.
No, you believe nothing.
Yeah.
That's very funny because you don't have that, not that the religion goes hunting your mind, right? Even some people they are Buddhist, some people Muslim, Christian, they have different goals, right? And
Yeah.
they have the way to get out with the peacefully way, different ways. For the Buddhism, they think like temple, the monk can get away, can take the ghost away with the with the how to say like with the holy gospel, with the with the activities to get the ghost away. But in this scene, it's very funny because the modern house is nothing related to the temple at all. But when they see ghosts, they bring the monk to the modern house to creating some holy space. And guess what? Nothing holy because the ghost still existing. So in this case, what do you think is this ghost that the mother say or the monk say? This ghost is who created this ghost? The Buddhism or modernity or who created this ghost?
Who create
Why this ghost never scared of the modern things? That not I know, right? Why this ghost never appear in the nighttime only, or this ghost never scared of the Buddhism or monk or anything?
I think the Buddhism because in this movie people believe the Buddhism.
I think this one is not really about Buddhism because even Buddhism, even the monk or even the Buddhist activities can the movie appear the ghost in the middle of the Buddhist communities, in the middle of the Buddhist activities. So I think this one is not really uh, a talk about like the ghost from the Buddhism, but this ghost is come up with the story, right? With the story
Yeah.
of this village, right?
Mm.
And is and that's mean the spirit of the dead body or spirit of the god still existing, but not related to the religions, but related to the story nearby. This is so human body. This is so dead body spirit, right? It's not concerned about modern, or it's not concerned about the the religions, but it's concerned about the relation between people to people.
People to people. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Speaking of us, maybe you and me, right? If you,
Yes.
if you, if I talk to you like, okay, one of my friend were dead, and he really liked to watch, to listen to Beethoven number 5. Okay, you get that. But when in the nighttime, or maybe like when you go to some place and you hear Beethoven number 5, Beethoven number 5 can hunting you, because once Ajahn Poo told you that his dead friend like to this song, right? Your mind will connecting things, right?
Yeah.
But you will not that scared, because you never know about my friend. You never know him, right? But me, I will have like goosebump. I will scare the shit out, because I know my friend. He like this song, but when this song play, even the daytime or even in any time, I will scare.
Yeah.
Back to your story. Maybe like you smell of the jasmine, and one of your friend was killed, but that girls really smell like jasmine. Once you smell of jasmine, you will creating your ghost from the one that gone.
Yeah.
The one that gone is the ghost. So this ghost come up with the relationship.
Yeah.
The relationship between
Yes.
human creating ghosts, and the ones what take away, or the one was gone. The story of the one who gone, who hunting you. It's not about the modern. It's not about the religion, but it's about the relationship between human to human, person to person.
Yeah,
So
because this thing happen in myself, so I can feel it.
Right. So you can feel
Yeah.
things, and back to the story, right? The monk, they feel the ghost, because he know this house have something bad. So the monk have to come to the house to take the ghost away. So he's scared, because he know the story. But the one who's scariness about the ghost is the mother,
Yes.
because the mother know everything, and the mother can see the body of the ghost, because he know the relationship between this the real ghost. Who is the real ghost, right? Okay, back to our class. Maybe the city that you understand can giving you, oh, this place is have the ghost, because you know the place before. You know the rise and the fall, right? Oh, it used to be a beautiful place, but why it's dark? Because you have the memory, and the memory giving you the relationship, right? Why you maybe you went to beautiful restaurant, but by beautiful restaurant turned out to be the darker place, the hunting house. Why? That giving you the relationship between an area and the people, and that giving you the ghost concept. It's not about the modern. It's not about the religions, but it's about the memories. Okay, that is the topic of you to find the ghost in the Chiang Mai in terms of city and architecture. Okay. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Esther. It's so beyond the topic. I think this is great.
Thank you.
Okay. Who's want to tell your ghost story from the LADDALAND more? Talk to me. We have 3 more or 2 more. 2
Maybe
more.
I can go next.
Hello, Jessie.
Hello.
Tell me your story about the ghost story from LADDALAND.
Okay. Yeah, and
Okay.
Yeah, this picture so scary, right? And the skin I choose was the girl's first encounter with a female ghost in the how to say that, the titled room.
Mhm.
And maybe the environmental not very dark, but in the skin created before, our friend have run away, right? And she also know the accidents of ghosts, and I am always afraid that she maybe will be carved by ghosts. Just like the ghost movie I watched before, the protagonist, the ghost that will appear and grabbed their legs and dragged them into dark place. Yeah, and this ghost appears in the protagonist, the neighbor's house, which is a house where the how to say that, Filipino
Yeah, they have
might,
they have
yeah,
the sad story inside the house, right? They kill someone there.
yeah, the death was introduced in the title. Yeah. And the reason I can be sure there is a ghost here because the background music of the movie become very scary, and it makes people nervous, and the experience on the girl's face can clearly feel that she is scared, and there are ghost face and an injured hand. Also, I knew there would be ghosts here. I was still frightened when the pale face suddenly appeared. Yeah, and the reason why I know this is a utility room of the haunted house is because the girl's friend deliberately led the girl to this utility room by prank before. Yeah, and before the ghost appeared next to the girl, actually there was already a shot that confirmed that there was indeed a ghost in this room. Yeah, and that's all my pictures.
Okay. You show the scene, which is like the girls, right? The girls. She never believed about the ghost that she be told. Once she get into the hunting house, the hunting house, and she see the ghost. She after that she always see the ghost, right? It's play with it's play with her memory, right? When he experienced it and he get the concept of the ghost. Okay, this is ghost. So it's always hunting her. But you mentioned something that is very interesting about it's always in utility rooms, right? Why is always in the back of the house? Why is always in the service room? Why?
Because I think maybe this room is very maybe small, or because this room not usually in maybe people life, just put some not used things in this room. So maybe this room is very how to say that, maybe dark and maybe just feeling scary, this room.
Do you have servant or you have the help in your own house? Do you
No,
have no?
I don't like
Okay.
this.
Okay, but this is about the upper middle class, right? The upper middle class, they creating the home not just for them, but they creating the home for the servant, for the help to live in the place that can serve it everything. They will live back of the house. They will carry the dirty, carry the trash away. They will have the organization about back of the house. The back of the house is the place that the owner don't have to go there, but it's organized by the servant, right? So
Yeah.
the owner will see only the bright, the beautiful, the gigantic spaces like the living rooms, the huge dining place, the beautiful park, the beautiful um, sculptures in the beautiful living rooms, bedroom, but they never uh, creating or never care about the place for the servant, the place for the help. And this is the place that unseen in the house for the rich people. And that is the scary story come up because the story was start with the help or the servant what be killed, right? The servant what be killed, and they took the dead body in on her bedroom. I mean, like in the back of the house. So back of the house is the place that you cannot see. The place of the house is the place that other people cannot get in. So they have many stories in that, but that can creating some scariness for the visitor like us, right? Once we are the visitor to the house, we just only welcome to only the open space, only the place that you can show, not the place that the servant was in, the servant was leave, the storage. That that part of the house, we never show to others. But that part of the house is the scariness, is the bad story be told, right? So thinking of this in the city, they have the beautiful road, the central business, the central district, the site for tourists, but they also the place that will never be promoted, like the low income people, the dark area, the poor people live in. That is the ghost area in the city. And we never promote them as the picture of the city. We try to take them away. We just promote only the beautiful culture way, the visit city, the cafe, but we never promote the one who helped this city run, right? The servant area. So this could be the topic of you, right? The ghost come up with the back of the house, which is the service of the house. Mhm. Interesting. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I guess this is the last one, right? Or not? Estelle, Yo already, Sherry already, Estelle. Okay, who wants to be the last one? Cookie. Hello. Oh, that's it. Other people not done your work yet.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know what. I think Koki, she got some problem with her microphone. We cannot hear her.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But you can type. You send your works on my email already, right, Cookie?
Maybe let me ask her.
Maybe she can type. She can message it on the chat
Okay.
box.
Okay.
But the picture that I show you, this is the real LADDALAND, not the LADDALAND from the film. As you can see, like they use the representation of Lada culture to make this is a beautiful place for Bangkokian to have another house in Chiang Mai. As you can see, this is the entrance of LADDALAND, which is from the movie. It's so different, right? From the movie, it's different kind of things, but actually, the LADDALAND in real life, they're making kind of contemporary lifestyle to mix with Lana and the modern one. And this is the LADDALAND from the film. It's so more modern, but they still have Lana ornament on the on the on the gale, on the gable roof, and some element of Lana in the house, right? And this is a nightmare of Chiang Mai because they have many real estates, many modern project to raise in 1980, 1990, and was overran. I mean, like they was not succeed in the economics in economic crisis in the beginning of 2000. So that's why they have many abandoned area in Chiang Mai and was come up with the ghost story. But the ghost story in Chiang Mai always in the modern building. So I guess many city have this kind of story as well. But Chiang Mai is so strong because like we strive with once Chiang Mai become to the part of Bangkok, and once we have to push to be the economic city. So in 1990s, 1980s, that kind of period, Chiang Mai was pushed so much to become the modern city. So that's why this is the story of the ghost in Chiang Mai. Okay. I talk like this because I'm waiting for other student who present it. But if others have no presentation, so we will not get a score for this assignment. But that's fine. It's your score. But please send it to get some score. Okay. Before I will complete this class, I would like to show you this one.
Hello, Ajahn.
Hello.
I talk. Okay. I talk with Koki and she's trying now.
Okay,
And
that's
maybe
cool.
with her like a minute. Yep.
Okay, I will wait for her. Okay, we wait for her. Okay,
Okay.
fighting.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I guess you see my screen. So right now, I think we step by step to the final works, which is like before Valentine's, you send me the final works individually. But I want you to study on Chiang Mai City, and right now you set your own topic about the place that never developed or the place that crashed by the developments in Chiang Mai City, which is creating ghosts from the modern day. And then we'll understand the contemporary design inside of that area. So this is Chiang Mai map, and this is for tourists, right? The place that Chiang Mai had shown that this is a culture city, historical city, but inside the gap, inside the street, inside the dark area, inside the place that service this city, inside the place that you cannot see, that's creating some ghosts in the city, but not that ghost that we scare, but that means they are living the local, the culture, the modern people, that will creating the idea of how you survive in this contemporary world. So I want you all try to find the place that you think, or area or district that you think that you would like to study on. And we will discuss about an area to the next class. Okay? But right now we're waiting for Koki to present her works.
Hello, Professor.
Hello.
I'm
You
sorry
here?
for that.
Oh no. You that's fine. As long as you listen to my lecture, that's fine.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen, okay?
Yeah. Please.
Okay. I
Oh.
choose this. Yes, I choose this
Okay.
photo. And I will tell you the reason that I choose these pictures. This because as you can see that the feeling give you is first one is so scary, right?
Mm.
So and when I feel scary, that made me just have a question why I have a scary. The first thing is because in the night, the time is night. The environment is very dark. And another reason, the house, actually the house is have to give us a safe. The feeling is safe. We have because we think in our house is a very safe place. So we will not worry about some scary thing will happening. But this one is just show that give me feeling scary. So this is first one. And the second one, because for the outside of this ghost, it's just like a human. Because I think everybody in our human visuals, people is like the normally people is don't like that. If something is something like human, but it doesn't, and they have the very scary face that will give you that will give you feelings. Oh my God, what is it? I'm so scary. And if for me, I saw this ghost in the night, I think I have to call I have to call police. Yes.
Oh, okay. Why do you think like if it's the real ghost, the police can help you?
Because I think maybe it's not police, maybe it's call some Buddhist and
I don't know. It depends on you. Like if you believe in something, if you believe in Christianity, maybe you pray to God. Maybe if you're Muslim, you pray to God too. Or if you are Buddhism, you pray. You do like the meditation. I don't know. But what do you think? Like this body of ghost is so obviously like it's so graphically ghost. But do you think like this ghost have religion?
Religion?
Do you think like this ghost have religions or no?
I think so. I think I hear something about Christian. They have a religion. It's totally different with the Christian. They believe evil. You know that? I think let's go believe that.
I think like if you watch the movie clearly, this ghost is who become a ghost.
Oh, okay.
The servant, right? The servant from the neighbor house is the ghost, and that's it's from the neighbor house. but the servant is the Myanmar. She's from Myanmar
Oh,
and
Myanmar.
live in Thailand for working for money, right? So she cannot speak Thai well, so she have to work as a labor. And we
Yeah.
have this kind of thing in this world, right? If you come from the country which is not get much money, you have to go to other country to make a money. Like maybe Thai people go to Japan, go to America, go to China as well to get a money, to be a servant, to be the help, or even like Asian people go to the Western country to gain more money to become the help of servant. This ghost is hunting by making money, right? And look at the body of the ghost. It's so human body with the ugly faces. And I really like how you describe it, because if this ghost come up with the beautiful faces, with BB cream, beautiful gown, with red lips, you will not scare, because you look beauty, you look friendly, but maybe you're dead, but you look friendly. I'm not scared of you. But why this is so funny, because this ghost is so dramatic, and I think it can tricking you. Maybe they wearing mask, maybe they are thief and pretend to be ghosts, because once they know this story was famous about the ghost story in this neighbor, maybe they have thief who live inside this house as well. I don't know, but the story of this ghost is about how you see the God was creating with the thought and area, right? You said you see the ghost because you know this place had the dead body, the ghost story. So the memory giving you an idea of the ghost, but you see the ghost in the nighttime. And the nighttime, not just only any place, but only the place that you know the story that they have ghosts. So maybe if you never know your place that you live have dead people, you will not scare. But once your neighbor were dead, were killed by someone, you start scary, because you know that place would have some bad things. And when in the nighttime, you think like, okay, maybe they will come back or something, or maybe you can see some shadow. You will remind of that person, right? The story that you, the story that you've been told, and the environmental, we're creating goals, and we live in the modern world, so we're creating goals in the same kind of way, because the dirty, the dead human is the ghost. But why we scared of the dead body? I don't know, because more than giving you the beautiful things, right? When we alive, this is a good thing. But once we were dead, we not the energy of the power of the system of the city. It's not good at all. So if you have to study more about this topic to Chiang Mai, to architecture, what do you think this is the main topic for you?
Sorry, you mentioned
Yeah.
about architecture.
Yeah, if you have to bring this concept about the ghost to analyze the city or to analyze the building, what do you think you will carry some topic from this?
Oh,
Which topic that you would like to study on?
about ghost.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm worried. I'm worried about ghost.
It's not a real ghost, actually. Right.
Okay. Let me think about.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I change opinions about the soul.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Actually, sometimes because my grandpa is passed away for a long time, and I very misses him for a long time. Sometimes I don't know if you know that, if you believe that. One time I saw my grandpa's soul in my house. Yes, But
Mm.
I will not feeling worried, feeling scary, because I think it's from my family. And not so so I think if I use the sword with architecture, that will be a good interesting part.
Yeah, I really think
Yeah.
so. Like, why we scared of the dead body? Even like maybe my parents were gone. If I just like making up, right? This is a making up story. Maybe my grandmother gone, and okay, she could be a ghost. And when you see something and you remind of her, you will scare her, or you like, oh, grandma, because grandma and me really have good relationship. Why you scared of that thing, right? We scared because there's somebody parents, right?
Yeah.
There's somebody parent, or they do, or we did some bad thing with them. So we just scared. We scared
Yeah.
of the sin. We scared of sin. We're not scared of the good thing.
Yeah.
That maybe that's the key to realize the city or architecture, right? Which area or which building which is represent a good cause.
Yeah, and I think in
Mhm.
the world there have
Mm.
a lot of architects. They design some things. They design architecture to remind some person who already passed away.
Mm. Mm.
So
But it could come up with some personal, some identities of your culture, your neighbor, your communities. Because one, if they believe with the same thing, that ghost not a ghost anymore, they will become the main things, right? But this
Yeah.
ghost in the subculture, in the family or in the local community, something, they will still use the ghost to against the modern things, right? That could be the topic, right?
yes.
Interesting, very interesting about the opinion of the people. Thank you, Koki. But it's pretty hard as well, but I guess you will find it, actually. Okay, so thank you everyone for your works, and I will evaluate you at the score. This time I will give you 10. Okay, and we have like 25% for the finals. Next week I will creating some lecture in online because I know next week for Chinese people is New Year.
New Year.
Yes, for New Year, I think like you will free to do activity with your family, gathering with your friends. So I will not disturb your time. So I will make YouTube lecture for two lectures. Okay, you watch it,
Okay.
and inside of the YouTube, I will give you an assignment. So back to the next two class, we will talk about a little bit before doing the final works. Mhm. But this time will be individual because you will get your idea of goal to Chiang Mai area, and then we will describe on the scale of building, and we'll create something about the contemporary design in your own way. Okay, so that's it for the class. Any questions?
Nope, for me.
I guess like if you have any questions, feel free to talk to me. And yes, have a good weekend. 新年快乐. Bye bye.
新年快乐. Thank you so much. See you.
Xin chia yuan yi, xin ni hoa shai. หรือเปล่า? ไม่รู้. I don't know. I speak wrong Chinese.
Okay.
Teacher.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Tiger Year.
Happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
I agree.